Bruh.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Vibes, and welcome back to my channel once again. And welcome to the first ever Story Sunday. This is a series that I decided to start up on my channel. In today's Story Sunday, we're going to be talking about a crazy house flood that I had like 2 to 3 years ago. I believe I was like 13 or 12, maybe 12. It was a while back, and it wasn't of natural causes either. I live in Texas. We don't we get floods in Texas, but I live in Houston, Texas. I live more like in the city. We don't get a lot of house floods and stuff like that. That's more like in the country, Alabama and stuff, places like that. So we don't get a lot of like natural house floods. If there's a flood, it's probably human caused, and that's what my situation was. Let me set the story up, guys. I came back from football practice, and I was pretty tired, but I came back from conditioning. If you guys don't know what that is, conditioning is when like you run for like hours and hours on end, just to try to they try to condition you, to kind of see. That's how they weed out like who gets on the team and stuff like that, who can run the longest and stuff like that. And obviously, when I got back, I was incredibly tired. It was like 11. It was 11 at night because practice was like 7 to 10, and then my mom had to pick me up and then go to work. So then she went to work, and I was at home, and then I was like kind of tired and sleepy, like just ready to go to bed. But at the same time, I went to take a shower. I just got back from football practice, but I was like, instead of taking a shower, I might as well just take a bath. I know a lot of like guys don't take baths, but I don't care. I take baths. Fuck you. So I started up a bath, and then I started up the bath, and I went to the living room to go watch UFC because UFC was on that night. And then while I was watching UFC, I dozed off. I dozed off. I just literally passed out. I blacked out. I had no idea what happened. And then I guess I woke up shortly after, and I heard like a loud, like somebody was banging on my door. And I was like, okay, maybe it's my mom. Maybe I double locked the door. I put the deadbolt on. So I rushed to the door. Completely forgetting that I had the bathtub on. And then when I was laying on the couch, and then when I got up, and I like swung my leg down, to like get up and go answer the door. I noticed that like my feet was wet, and I was like, that's weird. I hope the couch isn't like I didn't spill something on the couch while I passed out. And then I looked on the ground, and I was like, whoa, the whole carpet was soaked. The color had changed from like a light brown to like a dingy, smelly, like dark brown. And then I heard the bathtub ring. I was like, oh shit, this can't be good, right? And I was panicking, and then I ran to the door, and I went to go answer the door. And then when I answered the door, it was my I believe next door neighbor. So she was like right next to me. I was familiar with her. I knew who she was, and she knew who I was. So it wasn't like a random person. It was my next door neighbor. She knocked on the door. She was like, "What's going on, Michael? We're getting some water leakage into our apartment. So we just want to come and check to make sure everything was all right. Make sure that it wasn't like a apartment wide thing." And I was like, yeah, everything's fine over here. I was trying to be cool, I didn't want her to call, because like I said, she's familiar with our family. I didn't want her to call and tell my mom. So I was like, yeah, everything's fine over here. And then she kind of like looked over my shoulder, and that shit kind of pissed me off. But she kind of looked over my shoulder. I guess she didn't really notice that the carpet had changed color, because she's never really been in our house. She's more of like a hello, goodbye neighbor, right? So and then she was like, okay, well, we were just checking, and then we'll just clean up the mess in our apartment, just making sure that your apartment was fine. And I was like, all right, cool. And then she left, and then I was like, oh shit, what do I do now? I ran inside the bathtub, and like the bathtub was full to the brim. There was we have tile bathrooms. Nobody has carpet bathrooms, right? So we had tile bathrooms. There was water all over the tile bathroom. Water leaked into like into my room, like all over my room, and it got like halfway through my mom's room, right? So I stopped the bathtub. And then after that, I ran into the living room, and I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. And then I kind of just sat down, literally for like 30 minutes thinking of what to do. Like, do I call my mom? I mean, obviously she's gonna find out. She lives here too. When she gets off work, she's gonna find out. So it's like, shit, do I call her now, or do I wait for a little bit, try to clean this up? But it was a mess that couldn't be cleaned up with like a simple rag. It was a flood, guys. It was everywhere. We don't have tile floors. It wouldn't be that easy. We had a carpet. We only had tile floors in the kitchen and also in all the bathrooms. So I was completely fucked, right? So I went to go. I was like, okay, we had like a water vacuum, and it soaks up water from a carpet whenever you spill like milk or like a liquid on carpet, and it works really well. It soaks up water really well. So I went to go get the water vacuum, and then it worked really good for like the first like 5 minutes in the living room, but after that the water filled up way too high, and actually the vacuum broke. Water started leaking into the engine and stuff like that, and it just broke. It wasn't working anymore, and I started panicking because I only got like literally the first like 1 out of 16th part of the living room done. It was literally bullshit. I was freaking out. So it's like, you know what, this has gone on for way too long. I'm just gonna call my mom. I'm gonna tell her what happened. In my mind, I was thinking, yeah, when I get home, I'm gonna be fucked. She's gonna like fuck me completely up. My mom doesn't like beat me or anything like that, but she was gonna be like completely pissed off, probably ground me for like forever. So I called her, and she was at work. I called her, and I was like, you know what? I passed out. I started up a bath, and I passed out. The house is flooded, and then like she was really calm. That was very unexpected. She was very calm. She was like, okay, this is what you need to do. She was like, just turn off the water, drain the tub, and just kind of sit there until I get home. And then she got home like shortly after, maybe like an hour later, and then she ran to before she even stepped in the house, she ran to my neighbor's house to go tell them what happened, so that they can prepare for the water leakage and stuff, because they're our next door neighbors. So if the wall gets wet, it kind of like leaks into the other apartment. It's kind of weird how it works, but I guess our walls are thin or something like that. So she went to go tell them, and they took it really cool. They completely understood. They just want to make sure that our house was unflooded. My mom came home. She was really calm. She wasn't talking to me. Like she was so mad, I guess, that she wasn't really like talking to me. But she just kind of like made an emergency call to our apartment super or whatever. He came by, he looked at the water damage. He said that it's not gonna cost us anything to get us fixed, considering it was just a mistake. And the next day they got like this like huge industrial sized vacuum, and then we had to move the couches and stuff out of the house for like 3 hours or so, on the beds and everything. Like everything that was on the carpet, we have to move everything so they can actually like vacuum everything up. And then we had to go stay in a hotel for like a day, so the carpet can dry and stuff like that. We don't fuck with it. So it worked out really well for me. I mean, I was only like 12, so I can actually see why I didn't get in too much trouble. I bet I would have gotten a lot more trouble now, considering I'm older and I should be more responsible. But back then, I don't know. No excuses, but at the same time, it was a really funny story. I'm glad it worked out well. I'm so surprised my mom didn't freak out. She took it really calm. So props to her, and shout out to my old apartments for getting the job done. It's been vibes on this video. I hope you guys are liking Story Sunday so far. But like I said, it's been vibes. See you guys next week for another episode. Peace.
So much grams, unzip the bag, dip in my hand, then I palm trees. So when you throw shade,